get better at FC25. Now, before you skip ahead, what if I told you if you don't get better after 1 month, I'll refund your money? That's the Nil Guys guarantee. We got in-depth tutorials that are not even on the YouTube channel. We show you the theory of something and we show you gameplay examples in a structured format. We also go over real-life football examples that apply to the game and exclusive pro gameplay analysis, full gameplay analysis to elevate your game. We teach you everything from the basics to the meta. Come join at patreon.com/NilGuys. Links down below in the description. If you don't get better after 1 month, we'll refund your money. That's the Nil Guys guarantee. Links down below in the description. Okay, what's going on, boys? Welcome back to the video. In today's video, we're going to go over NICOLAS99FC, the best pro players probably in the history of FC, to be honest, and FIFA 1. Definitely top my top 5 alongside Tex, MS, Desari, and maybe Bruce, but he's got his 4-3-2. Now this is a very aggressive attacking tactic. If you like to play quick on the ball and when you like to attack with a fullback coming through, this is definitely a tactic for you. But the big but here is that if you're someone that likes CDMs, and let's be realistic, CDMs are the most superior things this year. They help you defensively so much. This is where this tactic lacks that. So if you like to play quick, fast, and responsive, and you like to play those counter-attacks, then this can be the tactic for you. Now, we're going to go over this. Now, how he does it is it defends in a regular 4-3-2-1. Is the 4-3-2-1 back? That's the question many of you may ask. And I think it was a very good formation at the beginning of the game. It just wasn't used by many people. But the shadow strikers are very good. It's just that the problem was they just stayed forward all the time. So Nicolas has gone with this option where he's gone with one of the cams on balanced. So that way they're going to help a bit defensively. A little bit. They don't expect to do anything crazy. They're going to help come back a little bit. And you're going to have one player with a shadow striker that stays forward. We're not going to experiment anything like the false 9 or the, false 9 classic 10, should I say, or the false 9 on the strikers. That's a bit too extreme. Now, the most important player I would say is here. Holding, defend is probably the most. Do not change this. If you're going to change any role, this is not the one to change. This is where you need that player to sit and defend when you lose the ball. Ideally, a good defensive awareness and ideally high sprint speed is what I'd recommend here. Now, the right centre mid, I would say, is more of a box-to-box player. They are both, but the box-to-box player is more on this side. The right cam, should I say, or otherwise known as the right strike in the previous 4-3-2-1s, we have Rashford there, a player that can do a bit of everything, that can pass the ball, that can dribble, that has the power shot as well, so they can do a bit of everything. On the other side, I have Nunez. Now, I have Bellingham and Nunez, both of them have the precision pass. The reason why the left-hand side is more important is because you have a wing back. So there's two ways of looking at this. When you have the ball in your possession, you're going to have support with a left back going forward. Ideally a plus. Someone like Hernandez would be perfect, even if they don't have a plus. I made a video on this already. But the thing is, don't forget your shadow striker would be on effectively stay forward. So when you lose the ball, you have to remember that you might be vulnerable. But the whole idea and the premise of this is that you're attacking down the left-hand side. If you watch how Nicolas plays, he does utilize. Of course, you can flip the formation, just flip the tactics you want to attack on the right-hand side. But I would say this shadow strike is important. I put Cunha there because I like to get the ball to him. He can pass the ball as well, but he can do those finesse shots, and he's a good target player as well. And then for the strike, we have a target player. Now, what you can also do as well for this player, you could even put box to box here. But I think a playmaker plus works well in either of these roles. I said you can take it with this you want. I think in this side, leave the playmaker. I wouldn't change it. On this side, what I would say is you could even consider using box to box is what I'd recommend, because again, you're very attack heavy on the left hand side and it can be very useful. That's why I kind of think that this player here is more of that support player that can play that box to box and help with the attack. And then my right attacking cam, the way I look at them is someone that can shoot the ball outside the box. A power shot, a finesse shot taker is ideally what you want in this role over here. Now, what about the back line? So I've gone with the fullback. I think he's gone with a fullback balance. So one side you have a wing back going back and you got a fullback and going on balanced. If you just want to concentrate on the left hand side, you can put this on fullback defend. But I use Archie Gray there. To be honest, I would use Archie Gray in CDM. It just lacks the CDM, the center mid position, should I say. But fullback balance is completely fine. He has both his center backs on defender. Do not use stopper or anything like that. If you want to be aggressive, you be aggressive yourself. Do not let the game be aggressive for you. At least if you make a mistake yourself, you can say, you know what? I screwed up and I made a mistake. The worst thing you want is the game to make a mistake for you. Think of it like a rebound. You're going to be like, why did the game do that? And you're going to regret it after. So make sure you put every formation, in my opinion, all your centre back should be on defender defend unless you're doing something funky with a 5-back and a ball playing centre back. That's the only exception. And then you got left back, we got wing back. Now for the goalkeeper, we have sweeper keeper balanced, no build up. I believe he hasn't used this. This tactic was used in November, at the end of November. December, should I say, beginning of December. He had another tactic that he made in November, I believe, end of October, November. But this is his latest 4-3-2-1 from the FC Pro Open as well. Now, in terms of the tactics, these are tactics. Now, what's very, very interesting is he uses a defensive approach of high. Apparently, it's high. On FootWiz, it's 75, but you're not going to notice the difference, so you can leave it on 70. So it's a very, again, aggressive formation. You're talking about the players are going to be very, very aggressive. You're going to be caught out of possession a lot. You're going to have to understand you're going to go and pounce to win the ball back. Now, for the build-up style, we got this on balance. Now, I would say this might be one of the few formations I don't recommend long ball or the counter equivalent, right? From the long ball from the old days, but we know now it's called counter. Now, the reason why I say counter, I don't want to say counter because counter seems like you're playing that counter attack football, but counter just means players make runs in behind. But the key with this formation is you don't want those players to actually run in and behind because you already have basically 3 attacking players in the middle. You're going to have those effectively 3 striker kind of system, more of a 2 striker, and you're going to have that right attacking cam. Can I be in that 3rd striker, but can still come back a little bit and drift into those spaces and those pockets to make those shots. Now, the reason why I say this is very, very important is that because you don't want all these 2 centre mids going forward, then you got no one else to pass the ball to. So this might be one of the few formations that I actually recommend balanced, because then you could always trigger those runs forward if you want manually. That is the key. Always trigger those runs manually if you want. I think, again, look, as I always say, for the wing back, someone like Hernandez would be very, very good. Good pace here. Ideally, good passing. Someone's got a ping pass, even better. Good defensive awareness. Good centre backs, you know, the usual. Good sprint speed, good defensive awareness. The right back, you kind of get away with it, as long as players got speed, I'll be honest. Speed is probably the almost paramount importance for left backs and right backs. CDM, centre mid, Bellingham, I would say, look, someone that can do a bit of everything. You could even play Valverde, but I think, strongly speaking, if you struggle defensively, good defensive awareness and good sprint speed. And for both the wide, I think I have Valverde here because he can do the power shot as well. So having that option. And then he plays, I believe, Valverde as well, if I'm not mistaken. And then he plays Tchouameni here. And then left center he plays De Bruyne, but I put Nunez here. And I put Cunha over here as the shadow striker, can do a bit of everything. And then I've got, of course, Son on target forward. What's probably going to go here is that new Philogene card, or probably Jota. I'm not 100% sure yet. But that is Nicolas' tactics. I actually really like them. I've not really used them that much, to be honest. I've only played like a few games with it, but I actually very like it. But it is very attack heavy, so do bear that in mind. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you want to get better FC, come to my Patreon. So patreon.com/NoGuides. If you don't get better after 1 month, we'll refund your My No Guides guarantee. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. And of course, I'll catch you next time. Peace.